guys, it's Gamer Ahmer here. So today I wanted to talk about this really awesome vintage toy and video game store that's located in Maryland. With everything going on, it's been quite some time since I last stepped foot in there. So today we're going to check out these awesome pickups. So let's see what I got. So this place, I'll go ahead and drop all of their social media below and go ahead and drop their location as to where they're actually located. So they usually use a Facebook page and they make tons of live sales on that page. And they also have this really awesome store location located in Taneytown, Maryland. So if you guys are ever around that way, this place is definitely worth it to go ahead and check out. They have tons of vintage toys. They have a pretty awesome section of video games that is always growing each time I go there. And they have tons of pretty awesome toy lines. So you'll pretty much see everything ranging from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Transformers, Ghostbusters, He-Man, or your Masters of the Universe. It just has so many great superheroes. You have your DC characters, your Marvel characters, you have some of the really old vintage lines, you have tons of horror items, and just a pretty awesome section of video game items. So it's definitely worth it, especially if you're into some of the G.I. Joes and other older toy lines that just really are hard to find nowadays. And this place has some pretty reasonable prices as well. So they also do their live streams on Facebook, and they go ahead and sell some things online as well. But I just love going into these places. Last time I went there, you may have seen I did a video on the Sonic the Hedgehog pinball item, and that was a pretty cool vintage toy. Came with the original box as well. I got such an amazing deal on it. I picked up tons of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles there as well, and this time, I actually saw some of these games being advertised online, and I paid such a phenomenal deal on these games, and I'm just so excited to add some of these to the collection. Some were pretty reasonable, I couldn't pass up the prices, and I needed some of these games to go ahead and complete some of my sets and work towards that. So this place is called Eternia Dreams, and this is just a great store. So pretty much everything that you're about to see here is actually Nintendo related. So we have some pretty inexpensive games, but then we have a couple complete in box games. So just to go ahead and start out, we actually have this really clean copy along with all of these games here. They're actually all packaged pretty nice. So we have the Adventures of Gilligan's Island, and these all come in these pre-packed little sets right here, and everything's clean. It just looks really great. It keeps all the dust out. Of course, it has their name and information on here as well. So we'll just go ahead and open up each of these. So once again, we have The Adventures of Gilligan's Island, which is a pretty interesting Nintendo game. I actually don't remember playing this one growing up, but such a clean copy with a great label, I had to score it. And then on to this copy of Gyros. So we actually have this pretty cool game. This one actually looks like a really fun style game that I can't wait to actually try out. And then of course onto this copy of Super C. So here we have this Contra style game, and this is always a classic and a favorite on the NES. We have this really cheap copy of Tecmo Baseball. So this is one of those sports titles for the original Nintendo. And then on to this pretty fun game. This is Commando. Of course, this is a Capcom title. It says Destroy the Enemy Army. And once again, this was pretty inexpensive, and it's another game added to the collection. And then on to this copy of Deadly Towers. So I'm not exactly sure how this game plays. It actually mentioned that it's a part of the Adventure series right at the bottom there. And then of course, I found this pretty interesting title. We actually have this Robocop, and this is the second one, so Robocop 2. So this one I have never actually played, but I believe that I have played some of these games in the series, so I'm really looking forward to playing this one out, and I just love those movies, so hopefully this is actually a fun game. And then we move on to this copy of Tailspin. So this is alongside one of the other fun games that I remember playing growing up. So of course I love my DuckTales games. Of course we have this Tailspin copy. So this one I'm really excited to actually try out again, as it's been quite some time since I actually played it. Now on to these titles here. So these ones are actually still in the box. So these are complete in-box copies of these games. So first up we actually have, for the Super Nintendo, we have this Double Dragon. So this one right here is the Shadow Falls. It says an all-new tournament fighting game. This is just a great series. I loved playing all of the Double Dragon games. I love playing them on the arcade machines. They're just really great fighting style, beat 'em up style games. So here it says 12 big lightning fast characters, 4 to 6 special moves for each fighter, set your own strength, defense, etc. 3 different fighting modes, secret moves and codes, customizable controls, unique final moves, 130 plus sound effects, and hot rock music tracks. So of course we have tons of these great characters in here, and this is just a really great game to add to the collection. I actually scored it for a very decent price as well, along with the rest of these games, and this was one of the reasons why I actually drove up there. And then this copy right here. Of course we have this complete in-box copy of Sunset Riders for the Super Nintendo. Of course whatever prices were on here, they are actually scored for a lot less. So this is a great game and I just love playing this one. Now I'm just so excited to actually add this complete in-box copy to the collection. So right here, this has some beautiful cover art on here as well. Just really is a great style game. It even says it's the most rewarding game you'll ever play. You're the fastest gun in the West and a bounty hunter voted most popular by the Dodge City Undertakers Union. But look what's waiting to knock you off your high horse. Shotgun Blast for Shotgun Blast. This game features the same 7 levels you had a showdown with at the arcade. Doesn't that make your trigger finger itch like crazy? Lead will fly nonstop from authentic old West towns to desert ambush zones to Indian villages. And it just has all of these pretty awesome images on the back here. So I'm just so excited that I added all of these titles to the collection and I scored them for such a great deal. I'll definitely have to go back to that location, get some more live footage. I just wanted to give a little bit of a glimpse of what this location looks like, all of the different toys that they have, the figures, the old action figure play sets. They literally have pretty much everything there and just so many great items. This was just like little snippet of what they had game-wise, and they still have tons more to put out. So altogether, I was pretty excited. I didn't spend very much on any of these titles right here, even the complete in-box copies, and that was the main reason why I drove up there to go ahead and pick up those. And I just added these ones as well, because I need tons more Nintendo games to add to the collection, and I'm always looking for some for just great deals so I don't have to pay those eBay prices or those top dollar prices. So if you guys see any of these titles that are absolute must-plays, let me know in the comments below. Were any of these some of your personal favorites growing up, your childhood favorite games? If so, just let me know. And if you'd like to see me go back to that location and just go ahead and shop for some pretty awesome Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys or some other toys, let me know in the comments below and I'll try and head back on up there, get some more footage for you guys, and hopefully I score even more deals. So of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.